The Certified 911. Today we're going to unbox a Multilab 4010-2. That's the 2-channel, and we also have the optical BOD meter, and then we have the digital pH probe. So we're going to walk you through how to take it out of the box and how to put it on your bench and how to install the sensors and perform some simple calibrations. And then we're going to connect the power to the most right there. And this is going to be for the stir. I know the connectors look alike. So we're all set as far as the power. We'll unbox the probes and we'll get those set up. We have the optical BOD probe, and we can just take off the rubber bands, and we're going to plug in the stirrer right there, and then we're just going to use the nearest port from the stirrer for the connector. And so you can just press it in until it fits, and then you just turn clockwise. So that is all set. And then we can go on and we can unbox the pH probe, and that just comes out of the box like that, and you can use your open port for the pH probe, and it connects the exact same way. You just twist it, and once it snaps in, you can just turn the collar clockwise. And before we power up the meter, you have a storage sleeve for the BOD. We're just going to carefully turn it clockwise and down, and then you can put it in a BOD bottle that has 1 inch of water. And we're going to plug the meter in, and then we're going to walk you through just kind of how the meter works. Once you are powered up and you have your sensors plugged in, this is the screen that you're going to see, and I'm going to walk you through just kind of how the menu system works. Right away when you look at it, it's showing both of the sensors plugged in, but this button right here, which is the screen, you can go to full screen with the sensor that it has highlighted. Right now it's highlighting pH. If I go up arrow, it's going to highlight oxygen. So once I have that highlighted, I can go over here, press F4, which is the full screen, and now I'm looking at the full screen. And whether you're at the split screen or the full screen, when you hit the mode or the M button on the left, that'll allow you to switch modes. So I'm going to go back to what is now a split screen and hit F4, and I'm back to my split screen, and I can do the same thing. I can highlight pH, I can go to what is now the full screen, press full screen, and that is taking up the full view. And when I go over on the left again and hit mode, that will allow you to switch modes. I just want to walk you through just a little bit of what's involved with the calibration. And we're going to go back to the split screen so I can highlight oxygen. I'm going to go up with my up arrow, and to make it easier to see, I'm going to hit the F4, which again is over here for full screen. And I'm going to change the mode to %, and to calibrate, simply hit the cal button, which is over here on the left, lower left hand side. I'm going to hit the calibrate button, and it tells you that kind of the modes we're in, and we're going to hit enter after we hit the cal. And once we hit the enter, it has an auto read function, and so you can take a look at down below that it's in the process of calibrating itself. So this same procedure will be used for pH and the other ISEs as well. After the DO is done, it lets you know that the calibration was successful. It does have some indicator arrows that let you know about the condition of your sensor. I'm going to hit continue F1, and right away we're back in your manual. It lists all the buffer sets that this meter will recognize, and if the default buffer set is the YSI buffer set, and that includes pH values of 4, 7, 10. But let's say, for example, you are using technical buffers, and that includes pH of 4.01. So if we wanted to change the buffer set, we're going to be back into the pH mode, and when you're in the pH mode, just hit the enter button in the center, and you're going to see calibration highlighted. Hit enter again, and just go down till it says buffer, and once that's highlighted, you could hit the enter button, and then you can use your arrows to change. For example, if you wanted to do technical buffers, which on the bottom of the screen you will see what those technical buffers include: 4.01, 7, 10.01. So that's important to understand, and once you're done there, you can just hit the escape, and you are now at a point where you're using the technical buffers. I'm going to walk you through how to do the calibration procedure. I'm not so much going to focus on how to do the solutions and the rinsing and all that. I just want to focus on what's going on the meter itself. Once we're in pH mode, we're going to go hit the cal button off on the left, and as you can see, it changes to the millivolt mode. You don't have to pay attention to that, but that's the actual language that the meter and the probe speak. And just take note that it shows that we're using the YSI buffer set, and it's set for auto cal, which means it'll calibrate itself. So once we have our solution in the pH buffer, the first pH buffer, which I do, we're going to hit the enter button. And so right now it recognized the buffer as pH 4, and as you can see, it's doing the auto read on it. And so we're just going to do a 2-point calibration. Okay, and after it beeps, it's asking for the second point. So I'm going to clean and prepare for our second point, and then we'll do our second and final point. So I'm going to use pH buffer 7. As you can see, the millivolts are dropping to where 7 is, down by 0. And I'm going to let it stabilize just for a bit. And once it begins to stabilize, even though it has the auto read, we'll just let it drop. And then I'm going to hit the enter button, and it recognized that pH buffer as 7, and it's telling you that it's the second calibration point. And you can see it's auto reading there. And it's asking for the third point. We're going to be done. And so I hit the M key for mode, and it gave the calibration data, and then we just hit the continue down there, and so we're ready to measure.